Welcome to Continuum Drag, a bonus episode. We just had a discussion about how I didn't know how to open this because I never open them, but it's all me all the time now.
Yeah, this is whatever this is all Jordan. I have no idea what he's brought us here to do today.
Okay, well, these are going to be a series of bonus episodes, theoretically, and we're going to do something. I don't have a name yet for it, but I'm calling it just Ultimate Sci-Fi Show Tournament. We can come up with a better name later.
Ultimate Sci-Fi Show Tournament is great. What is that?
USST.
USS what?
Well, so, I guess if we count the F, it'd be USFST.
USFST.
Yeah.
Rolls off the tongue.
Yeah. So what it is we've done well over 150 episodes now, and we've seen multiple shows over several seasons. And what you start seeing over these shows is similar tropes, similar type of characters that can be grouped into categories that show how similar a lot of these characters are. So what I thought might be fun is to create the ultimate sci-fi show based on all of the characters we've seen of all the shows. But there's so many characters. The last several days I've been going through all the shows and writing down all the characters, and there's just dozens and dozens and dozens of them. So I figured there was a way we could do a game, Luke, and this is really going to be mostly on you, that you have to choose, and I'll explain how it's going to go. So there's a bunch of different categories that characters fit under, and sometimes they might fit under two categories. I've done my best to kind of group them as I think seems fit. And how it works is I'm going to give you three categories. One, you're going to pick a character. One, you're going to erase that category and get rid of it, and we'll never have that type of character. And one we'll just save for later. So every week you're going to have a category, and that character has to be in the show. Now, if you pick a character from a show, you have to be a little bit cautious because no other characters from that show can be represented. So if you pick, let's say, John Kennex from Almost Human, you can't have anyone else. Darius, what was the other character, the robot? He can't be in the show.
All right, great.
You know what I mean? This will make more sense. That's a terrible explanation, but this will make more sense as we go through, and the show will slowly start coming together, and you can make the show based on if you think characters fit well together, if you just like the characters, whatever you think. You should be a little strategic is what I'm saying.
Well, this will be the episode where I don't understand what's happening and I really bone myself for 3 episodes from now.
Yes. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a couple categories that I think are easy ones to start with. So again, one of these categories you're going to use, one you're going to save for later from another week, and one you can just get rid of this category and say, I don't want any of those characters. But you don't know who the characters are, and the categories may be long and they may be small. Okay?
Okay, I can't wait to see how this goes. I'm so confused. I love it.
So the first category is going to be, I call Q Gadget Tech Expert.
Okay.
The other category is going to be called Long-Suffering Spouse.
Yep.
And the third category, let's go with Robotic Limb. So again, one of those you will get rid of and we're never going to have to worry about the characters. One you will choose of the list of characters in that category, and one we'll just put off and we'll bring it back later.
I'm going to get rid of Long-Suffering Spouse. It's a trope that is unwatchable to me.
Yeah.
I've never enjoyed the trope Long-Suffering Spouse.
And let me just tell you, Luke, that was probably it was a long category. There was a lot of names.
I mean, there's been many we've encountered. How many were on there? Can you just give me the number of Long-Suffering Spouses you had?
I have 11.
Oh my god.
A couple of the shows: The Invaders, Tech War, Harsh Realm, The Astronaut, Ultraviolet, Star Cops, and on and on.
Follow-up question.
Yeah.
How many of those long-suffering spouses were women?
Every single one. Every single one. I'm telling you, the funny thing about this is how you start seeing how shows just have tropes that they fit into.
I'm not surprised. I knew it was going to be all women.
Okay, so your two categories then, Luke, correct me if I'm wrong, are you have a choice of Robotic Limb or Q Gadget Tech Expert.
Robotic Limb or Q... I want to do Q Gadget Tech Expert. I think that's a good start that'll really set the show up in the right direction.
Okay, you have 6 characters you can choose from, and now I'll mention again, if you choose a character from a show, that show cannot be represented once again.
I gotta be very careful here.
So here are your characters. To start with, you've got Nika from Tech War. If you remember Nika, she was a bit of a computer expert. We have Rudy Lawn from Almost Human.
Yep. The pervert.
We've got Dr. Nigel Fenway from Threshold. He was kind of a bit of a... He fit in a couple categories, but they kind of used him as a...
Who was that again in that? Who?
Brent Spiner.
Brent Spiner's character. Yes, of course. Okay, great.
Aleph from Global Frequency.
I only vaguely remember this
Yeah.
character, but yes, she was like behind the screens.
That's right. We've got Lan Williams from Freaky Links.
Who was that? Was that
That was one of the female characters who the annoying lead character would just be like, "Look this up."
it was that version of Aleph.
That's right. And well, they're all the same version. And finally, Vincent Konofsky from Sleepwalkers. Remember him?
Yes, I do. Actually, it's Vincent Konofsky. That's the guy I'm going with for sure.
Okay.
I do not remember that actor's name, but he's very fun to watch. I think he's a great tech guy. He's a little nebbish. He's a little nerdy. But he's a bigger guy, so he's fun to watch.
Yeah. So we have our first character from our first show. So Sleepwalkers, for the record, will not be represented anymore in this show.
Not gonna miss any other character in that show, so I think I'm good.
And that's
I got the cream of the crop of that show out of there.
And that's it. So we're off to a running start. That's our first character, and then in subsequent episodes we'll add to it.
What a tease for I have no idea what's happening.
Yeah, and that's it.
All right, everybody, get ready. Whatever I know for sure is happening is a man whose name I've already forgotten, Vincent Knopf.
Mm-hmm. I know I'm nervous. I'm worried that's the actor's name. Either way, we know who it is.
We know who it is. You all remember Sleepwalkers.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be there. He's going to be reading those horror novels by that Stephen King knockoff.
That's right.
He's gonna be making little jokes in your headphones. It's going to be great.
And that's it. And we'll see what comes up in the following weeks.
This is going to be the ultimate sci-fi show bracket. You need a sound effect.
Yeah, that's right. Bram.
Great, Jordan. I'm looking forward to the next one. I'm sure the listeners are too, right?
Yeah, we'll find out.